I heard a debate the other day. They were talking about, is David Silva arguably the best foreign player to play in the Premier League?
No way.
Listen,
no way.
Hear me
No
out.
way.
I'm not saying.
Wait, just
Hear me out.
You're dragging on the podcast length for no apparent reason. For
I'm
no
not
apparent
even
reason.
saying that. I'm not saying I agree.
So why are you talking about it then?
Because it was mentioned, didn't it? And I feel
Okay.
like
And
we're on the subject of David Silva.
And I disagree, so the topic needs to finish.
Let's hear me out.
Final topic. Speaking of the likes of Denis Suarez, is he Spanish? Yes. Speaking of the likes of Denis Suarez, maybe he could enter this pantheon once his Premier League career starts and finishes. Cesc Fabregas has just left. Well, I say just left. He might even be playing against Spurs in the League Cup, and he had a goodbye send off against was it who did they play? Not in the Forest, isn't it?
Yeah, not
in the FA Cup. But on the back of that, I want to ask, who do we think is the greatest Spanish player in Premier League history? So that's from 1992, of course, right through to 2018.
David Silva. David Silva. And
what we're going to do, we're going to rerun that. You're going to say the correct answer this time.
I tried to guess what the correct
answer
was.
So if we just cut that, just bring that. So now we're going to go into our final topic. The greatest Spanish player of all time. On the back of Cesc Fabregas potentially leaving us Chelsea for Monaco. Who's the greatest?
Cesc Fabregas.
Oh, wrong again. No, go on.
It has to be David Silva, man. He's bossed it for so long. He's won. There's some Spanish players that I was regarding as great, right at the top. But then I thought to myself, they haven't won the Premier League. Fernando Torres, Xabi Alonso. These guys ain't won the Premier League. So can they be regarded as the best if they haven't? Well, I mean, Fabregas did.
People talk about Gerrard being up there in terms of midfielders. Some people even say the best.
Yeah, I don't.
Fair enough.
I don't know where they get off with that.
I'm just saying it, man. It's possible.
I mean,
by the way.
I know Fabregas did win the Premier League.
Twice. It's twice. I didn't win it for Arsenal, did he? Wait, no. 2004, was he?
No.
Did he get a medal for that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he won it with Chelsea.
But he won Chelsea twice. Yeah.
And his best years were at Arsenal.
I mean, best years probably at Barcelona, to be fair. Actually, I don't know. It's a tough one, to be fair.
No.
Because he played different roles.
When I say his best years, I mean
the
football he played.
He's probably most exciting, yeah, definitely at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely most exciting.
Especially when he ran through the whole Spurs team.
Yeah, I think they could go. But then he got like the most assists in the Chelsea season, wasn't it? It was like near the top of the
19, yeah.
The 19 he got.
Yeah. That was immense, man. Too many flicks over the top. It just has to be David Silva. I mean, his ability to play cam, revert when Pep come to a central midfielder, showed his diversity, wasn't limited to one position. His ability to keep the ball, his ability to the vision, the passing, his creativity, come up with important goals.
You sound like
Premier League.
You sound like you're describing
Premier League winners.
You sound like you're describing Cesc Fabregas because he did all of that for Arsenal and then dropped into a deeper role for Chelsea. And won two. Because how much Premier League David Silva got? Two as well, innit? 2012 and 2014.
And
last year.
Yeah.
That's 3. And 2019.
Well, we have to wait and see.
The thing is,
I think there's a few names out
There's
there.
a few. I heard a debate the other day. They were talking about, is David Silva arguably the best foreign player to play in the Premier League?
No way.
No.
No.
Listen,
Way.
That's not
hear
even
me
that.
out.
No way.
I'm not saying.
Wait, just
Hear me out.
You're dragging on the podcast length for no apparent reason. For
I'm
no
not
apparent
even
reason.
saying that. I'm not saying I agree
So why are you talking about it then?
because it was mentioned, didn't it? And I feel
Okay.
like
And
we're on the subject
and
of
Neeks
David
disagrees,
Silva.
and I disagree. So the topic needs to finish.
Just hear me out. I'm just gonna put forward their point and you'll see if your mind changes.
No, doesn't.
All they're saying is that he's a very underrated player. Whenever we talk about the greatest import to play in the Premier League, his name rarely gets mentioned in the top 3 players. You know, there's usually other players go above him. But
You know
for
what
what
that
he
is?
does
You know-
for his
No,
team,
no, do you know
let
what
me
that is?
finish. For what he does for his team, for Manchester City, you know, he's one of their best players that have been there for the past 6-7 years, whatever, however long he's been there, and he's a massive part of the 3 potential 4 Premier League titles that they've won.
Can I say something? I understand what you're saying in terms of, you know what, just letting us know what other people are saying. I mean, there comes a point where people, they try to be too clever.
Yep.
I mean, they're just trying to get too
Yep.
clever. The reality,
Thinking too deep.
he's thinking too deep, and they're trying to let's try to think outside the box. No, stay in the box. The answer is in the box. Don't go outside the box. The answer is in front of you. Everybody knows that Thierry Henry is the greatest foreign player to ever play in the Premier League.
Yes.
It's not even a question.
Yeah.
And if anyone says any other thing, I can't take you seriously because you've got an agenda. I don't know what your agenda is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you've got that agenda.
Mm-hmm.
But just look at forget the stats, but look at the bare facts in terms of what we've seen. Thierry Henry is the greatest player in the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
And
The fact that he's a striker and holds assist record says everything you need to know.
And in the same season, he got
Yeah.
bare goals as well.
Yeah, and on more than one occasion scored more than 30 goals in the league.
Guys,
No.
and forget even just like this. Look at the way he plays. The man picks up the ball. He'll be like kind of trotting on the left wing, and boom, he's gone past his man. Like Henry was the epitome of that unbeaten side. Like it was Henry. The way they played was everything that Henry was about. That game they played against Liverpool at Highbury, 2-1 down. I thought, yes, the unbeaten run finished. And I see Henry picked up the ball in near the centre circle and just ran through the whole time. I'm sure he put 2 people on their bum twice.
Yeah.
Like the same person twice. And then slid it past. And that was it. Like, listen, I'm a Man United fan. But if you see I'm raving reviews about a non-Manchester United player, an Arsenal player at that, at a time when the rivalry between Man United and Arsenal are the highest, it says a lot. David Silva is a very great player. Very good player. But he's not even second on the list.
He wasn't even the best foreign player in the team that he played
That's what I'm saying.
Aguero's ahead of
Aguero.
Like, he's not even the best foreign player in the team that he played in. Like, come on, man.
I'm just saying the point that we're making is that he's very underrated. And
And we
I feel like
added 10 minutes to the podcast for no reason.
But is he underrated?
I think he is, man.
But we're talking about it now.
Yeah, we're talking about
Cal
it now.
mentioned him as the...
Because he's coming to the end of his term, and you look back and think, raw, you know what? Silva's been there for time doing bits
And I
year
gave
in,
him the
year
title
out.
of the best Spanish player to
And
play in
he's
the
never-
Premier League.
But the thing is, though, now this is the thing. We're saying this now, but at the time when we really recognizing how great this guy was, when he was doing things on the wing.
But what is great?
Moving
Surely
his
it takes
hand,
time
certainly.
to get that title of great. Like you can't just come in, play good, and they say...
Turn out to Liverpool fans because all of a sudden Mo Salah's the greatest thing to
I
touch
know.
the Premier League.
When I talk about great, I can't just look at one season. That's why someone like De Bruyne, for me, now wouldn't even get into a conversation about the greatest Premier League players because I need to see this season after season after season, like the people who would be in that discussion have done season after season after season.
I think you have to separate it. They're a great player, but are they a great?
Like a Premier League great. Yeah. Great ability.
Salah's definitely a great player, but he's not a Premier League great. The
No,
guy's been
no.
there for a season.
Because, people are like, yeah, but you got the most goals ever. What, so at the moment that Kevin Phillips banged 30 goals, was he a Premier League great? No, he had a great season. He was maybe a great finisher. But, you have to lay down a mark of time. David Silva's done that. So I might say possibly, let's say 2 years ago, you might say he's underrated because he had spent his time, he had proved his worth, and maybe people weren't talking about him. But you don't want to talk about him too early because a lot of people get talked up and they fail to perform. So what did you say? You said David De Gea is the great. Cool. All right, so that is the end of our podcast.
Whoa.
So who's the greatest?
For me, the greatest Spanish player, Premier League era, has to be Hector Bellerin. No, not yet. I was give him time. But for me, yeah, it's definitely between Cesc Fabregas and David Silva. I feel like Cesc Fabregas is actually now better than Alonso was in the Premier League.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah,
or
I feel like
Alonso.
Both. Put them together. I feel like what he's done for both Chelsea now and Arsenal. I think maybe at the time when he left Arsenal, you could say, okay, yeah, Alonso had done his time. Maybe he was just better, but he's come back to a new team and done even better in terms of accolades than he did at Arsenal. So Fabregas is definitely up there, man. But I think for me, Silva just clips him.
No one mentioned Torres.
Yeah, and rightly so.
Torres ripped up the Premier League, ripped up Manchester United. It was the best team at the time.
For about a year. And he met Chelsea
and won the Champions League.
And failed.
I mentioned David De Gea in jest, but
no, give him a few more years, and he
say give him a few years. When did David Silva join the Premier League? 2008. So I think it was about 2008. So that would be 10 years at the end of last season. David De Gea joined in 2011. So he's been there 7 years. Mm-hmm. Is it okay? 2010. Oh, 2010. Silva 2010. So 8.5 years he's been there. David De Gea joined, I'm sure, 2011. Mm-hmm. So he's been a year and less. So you're saying give him some time. Mm-hmm. But are we in a case where maybe we're underrating him?
No,
because no one's mentioned him.
No. The reason why
no one's mentioned him.
The reason why I said that wasn't because of the length of time that he's been playing in the Premier League. It was basically what he has done for Manchester United.
All right, so won a Premier League title.
Yeah, his second season. But as a goalkeeper, 7 years. Well, this will be his 8th year, right? This would be his 8th
yes, correct.
So eighth season, and he's not going to get it. And in those 8 years, he's got 1 Golden Glove. He would need.
All right, but how many player? Okay, but how many player of the years has David Silva got? I mean, if we're going to rank on individual awards, because the Golden Glove has a lot to do with the defense you've got in front of you. Surely, we can't look at it by what that Sergio Aguero has never won a PFA Player of the Year, if I'm correct.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but we still talk about him being I don't know, maybe the second greatest foreign player of all time.
These players can have.
David has saves to his name, and some of the greatest saves we've ever seen in the Premier League. For me, at this point, he has to be in the conversation. He has to be. Honestly, Spanish players. I have to put him to third. I have to put him top 3. I have to put him above Torres. Torres did it for 2 years at Liverpool. Over, 2 full seasons, you might say, because he's injured in different parts and that kind of stuff. Xabi Alonso, brilliant when he was here. But yeah, he moved. But he didn't. What did he actually achieve in the Premier League? He was very good, but then he left when, I don't know. At a time possibly when Liverpool could have created a great team. They had obviously Alonso, Mascherano, Gerrard, Torres. And my man just ducked out to what do you call it? To Barcelona, Real Madrid. But I'll go give his credit. He's a very top quality player. I will put David there third. 7, 8 years this season. Manchester United Player of the Year for the last 5 years, something like that. But it's definitely between David Silva and Cesc Fabregas for top 2. And it's a tough one. It really is a tough one. I actually don't know. And I was the one who bloody thought of the question. David Silva.
There's only one right answer, bro.
Or Cesc Fabregas. I have to give it David Silva. Have to. And the reason why is because I'm not sure that their ages, they must be similar in their ages. David Silva's still first choice for one of the greatest Premier League sides we've seen. Cesc Fabregas is a bench warmer. Now, David Silva...
No, not anymore. Shipped off.
Shipped off to lowly lowly Monaco. So, just for that, the longevity, I have to give it to David Silva. We talk about him now. You know, he'll probably end up in the PFA Team of the Year, possibly. I don't think he'll win Premier League Player of the Year. He got like Van Dijk or, as a matter of fact, did Messi win the league? He could be up there. Sterling, possibly, is that? But yeah, I would say he's at this stage of his career, he kind of showed his class right through. Whereas Cesc Fabregas has peaks and troughs. At Arsenal, he was very, very good left. So he went to Barcelona. Had a good season, dipped, had a bit difficult time getting back in the team. Came back to Chelsea, brilliant. Then I think when did he get dropped the second season? When he came back to Premier League, who did he win the Premier League under? Oh, it must have been Mourinho. Then he got dropped the season after, I think it was. And then obviously Conte came back, won the Premier League, and he's been dropped since then by Conte and obviously by Sarri. So yeah, I have to get David Silva. Fabregas a close second. 2 Premier League assists records up there, but for me, David Silva. But you lot, let us know what you think. Who is the best Premier League or Spanish player in the Premier League history? A lot of names, a lot of debates. Get in the comments below.
Aspilicueta.
I mean, he's up there. He's up there. You gotta put him ahead of Torres. I'll put him ahead of Torres. Liverpool fans probably think, this guy just hate him. He's also a Chelsea player. I remember that. He's not just a Liverpool player. So I have to take that Chelsea career. Because that Chelsea career was awful. That Chelsea part of his career was awful. Aspilicueta is up there. Left back, right back, centre back. He's up there. Marcos Alonso's not up there. Never will be. I don't care how many assists or points he gets on fantasy football. He ain't up there. But there's a number there. But let us know. Get interactive in the comments below. We're gonna drop a poll as well on the Twitter page. So get involved in that. Thanks to Carl and Ramone for joining me on this podcast, and we will see you very, very soon.